Hey everybody, welcome back to BigRedEDC. Well, today we are checking out another ThruNite video. ThruNite's been very generous sending out flashlights to check out, and I greatly appreciate it. Now, I've had this one for a while. I've kind of delayed getting the video out, so I do apologize to ThruNite for that, but as you guys know, it's been a crazy month. But we are checking out the BSS version 6. Of course, BSS stands for Black Scout Survival. It's kind of a design collaboration with ThruNite, so very cool. Overall, pretty much standard construction. T6 aluminum going on here. That's pretty much standard of what we're seeing all production flashlights for the most part. You've got some good knurling going on. It actually gives you a really nice grip. Now, the pocket clip did not come on the flashlight. I put it on there just for the heck of it to kind of show you. It's got the, reverse for the bill of your cap. Probably a little bit large for that. And honestly, this one's probably a little bit large for me for EDC overall. Good backpack, truck, home. Absolutely, it's good for that. But for me, it's a little bit too big to carry. Now, obviously, you guys are probably looking at this. That is one heck of a crenulated bezel. I mean, that is one, that's a get back if you need it. Now, the one thing about it, since it does protrude out quite a bit, actually, is you'll actually see how it affects, when we go outside and take a look, you'll see how it affects the beam pattern as well. It does kind of, I won't say interfere, but it's definitely noticeable what this elongated crenulated bezel does to the beam pattern. Now, power, what do we got for power? Well, power, you've got a single 18650, 3.6 volt, 3400 milliamp hours. That would, of course, it's a ThruNite battery. That is what's powering it. You have 2 switches for operation. You have your on, off, and momentary on back here. And then, of course, you've got your mode switch here. So if you press on momentarily, just half press, you get a momentary on. It does have a memory feature. So, and then a full press will get you to the fully on position, and then you can move to your mode switch. Now, I got this on in Firefly mode. That is half a lumen, 0.5, very low light. To operate, just push the side switch, bumps it up to low to 25 lumens. Medium is going to bump you up to 125 lumens. High, 600. And turbo, 2000 lumens. Now, if you press and if you press and hold, I'm going to kick it back down to, there's low. And you can kind of start to see what it does to that beam pattern there. See what I mean about how that bezel kind of does affect your beam pattern? We didn't have to go outside to see it. You'll definitely see it outside too. But it almost makes like a flower pattern, which is kind of cool. But blue, there you go. You're on. Push it up. And off. Let's just go outside, see what this thing looks like. Let's go check it out. Be right back. All right, so here we are. We're outside. We are on Firefly mode. 5 lumens. We're not going to get much throw on that, so we're going to kick it up to low. 25 lumens. That takes us out through the yard, about halfway, not bad. Can't see really the corner of the yard. And hopefully, I know when we kick it up, you guys will be able to see the pattern that with this crenulated bezel, it's actually making. So about halfway through, kick it up to medium. There we go. We're reaching out to the corner of the yard about 100 feet away. Ooh, do we have visitors? We've got a pretty defined hot spot that you guys are seeing in the video. We've got a little bit of spill going on. It's not too bad. Kick it up. Definitely. Now, let's see if I can... There you go. If you can see, it's almost like the petals of a flower rotating by out there on the spill. With that elongated, crenulated bezel, it's really making quite an interesting looking sort of halo. Kick it up again. And then, obviously, there you go. You're getting it more defined. And turbo. There's turbo. You got a very defined flower pattern going on there. Decent hotspot, a decent amount of spill going on. Now that crenulated bezel, again, when it's making that, it's also cutting down on the amount of flood you're getting. So we've seen larger flood patterns on flashlights before, but the bezel does kind of cut down on that. Not that you really need it. I'm seeing if we get any visitors while we're out here. But no, I think that pattern's kind of interesting. It does cut down a little bit, but still putting out a decent amount of light. So there you go. That's kind of the beam patterns for the version 6. Let's go back upstairs and finish this thing out. Well, guys, what did you think? I mean, it puts out a decent amount of light. You get a good amount of light out of it, 2,000 lumens. Not too bad. And, I mean, you had an idea of what that bezel does to your beam pattern when we were looking at it here on the table. But you get it outside and you can really kind of see how it, you know, works out in the environment. And kind of, I hesitate to say it impedes the beam pattern, but it does a little bit. And you kind of notice that in that flower sort of pattern. But, so as you can see in front of you, this is everything that comes with it. I already told you I put the pocket clip on. The pocket clip does not come installed, which it's not too hard to install. You just slip it on. But you get your charging cable. You got extra O-rings. You do even get an extra, you know, USB-C cover, which is kind of cool. We've seen that in a couple of different flashlights. You get the pouch for it. You've got a lanyard. And, you know, if you can tell me what that is, I would greatly appreciate it. I don't know. It was in the package with all this other stuff. And on it's nothing out of the ordinary listed on the inventory. The inventory lists a clip, a holster, spare O-rings, lanyard, spare USB rubber cover, the battery, and the charging cable. I think this may have just fallen in there somehow, somewhere. I don't believe it's anything in particular, but you know what? It was in the package. I don't know. But now this guy's coming in at right around $69.95. So not a bad price for it overall. Nice flashlight. Like I said, a little bit too large for me for everyday carry, but definitely, I mean, with the pouch, yes, but you guys know I don't like to carry stuff on my belt unless it's my Marlin spike knife. That's about the only thing I carry because that's more of an appendix tight to my body. I don't usually wear stuff that protrudes out too much from my body just because sometimes I work in close quarters and the stuff I work with, I really don't want to be catching anything on it. So, but overall, not too bad. Tell me what you guys think down in the comments. Always love to hear from you. And again, thank you so much to ThruNite for sending this one out. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you guys for stopping by and checking it out with me today. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. As always, like, subscribe, leave me that comment. You know I love talking to you. Until next time, guys, I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.